Now, I didn't get to hear your story, but I know you shared it at this thing we called Giving Hope. And this is a community annual event where families that are in need are invited, and they come in and they are given, the gospel shared with them. They're also given a meal for their family, and I've had the opportunity to get to volunteer in this, but not the year you spoke. They get to go through the toy line and get Christmas presents for the family and leave with groceries and blankets, and it's just a wonderful thing. And I think the people that get to volunteer are probably more blessed just to get a part of it than. So I think that I'm right, that there was one year that you and I guess Benny were invited to come and to receive the meal and to get the gifts and hear that. And then there was another year you came back and you spoke at it.
Yeah, that was so fun.
Now, what year did you come in, or you were invited to come in? What year was that?
I believe it was the first year that they've held that event. Was 2007. Benny came home with the invitation from school.
Okay. How did they know you needed it? How did that work?
You know what? I didn't find that out till later. I never did really know why Benny, I asked, in our community, does any of the other children have this invitation? Where did this come from? Nobody knew. It just ended up in Benny's backpack. Which is really, really cool.
They must have had some kind of system to know who needs it.
And I didn't find that out till later. Of course, when we first got here, we were public assistance. I was living in a community for single moms, single families.
Community housing?
Yeah, yeah. It wasn't public housing like the housing authorities. It was a small community program for single mothers or underprivileged families that want to better their lives, not just live under the government for the rest of their life. So this is a program to enhance and direct you to a better way.
So this kind of living arrangement is supposed to be temporary?
Yes, 5-year contract.
Okay. Yeah. And then they'd like you to go out and get your own apartment or something.
Yeah, you graduate, and then, by then you follow steps. You get your credit right, you get your work right, you get everything right, and you go through stages. And then, you have to fulfill all these steps, whether you choose to start a business or go to work for here or go back to school or whatever. By that 5 years, you need to have accomplished your goals. And then you graduate and you go on with life.
So do you think maybe by being in this community, this living community, that's how Benny got the invitation?
It could be, or it could be for the mere fact that we were on food stamps.
Okay, so somehow
through the government, they knew that we were in that below poverty category for one reason,
And so when you got the invitation, were you excited?
Well, I was really, I read it because he was excited. He was excited, and he said, "Look, Mom, look what I got," and I'm just like, you're invited to this and the dinner and this and that. And I'm just like, okay, but I was so geared towards trying to, succeed and be able to put food on the table and everything. I read it and I'm like, oh, okay, that's nice. Yeah. Well, can we go? Well, we'll see, and I'm just like, whatever. Because at that time I had a contract with a restaurant out at the outlet mall, and I worked 7 days a week. So, I'm just like, I don't really want to try to do anything extra. I just want to work, So anyway, it was nice and everything. So I didn't think about it. So the day of, Benny remembered, the invitation, and he's like, "Mom, today is today. Are we gonna go?" And I'm like,
how old was he?
He must have been 8. He must have been 8.
He knew there was some Christmas presents there.
Yeah, probably. So I'm just like, okay, we'll go, So we went and we signed up and we got seated and all that stuff. And the Sally was our host. So we sat there with her, and then after that we talked for a long time. And everything. It was just really, really cool. Benny was so excited. The meal was great. The message was great. It was just really, really a nice night. And it made a huge difference. Just to be around people that are in your same situation, so to speak. And just to have something so nice and be taken care of like you were an executive or a politician or somebody really important. And we felt like we were really important. So
I bet you when you were there, you never would have dreamed that you would be up on stage.
I know it.
Giving the speech.
Right. That was like, talk about a 360.
And how many years from when you were recipient to you were the presenter?
That was 2007, so it was 2013, 6 years.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
And the sponsor that you sat with, you kept in touch with her.
Oh yeah.
And ended up cleaning her house.
Yes. Yeah. She did. She called me. She told me that her husband had, this remodeling business and that maybe when he needed a cleanup crew or whatever, we could, But she ended up calling me and asking me to work for her. And then we just hit it off and just became family. It was just one of those comfortable connections that we just bonded and never let go.
And you formed a lot of those slowly but surely. You founded a lot of those clients.